Hey y'all, it's Alicia and welcome back to Alicia's Crafty Hoplop. And I'm super excited because it's also kind of funny. So tonight Marilyn drew her winner for her special challenge slash giveaway. Right as I was watching that video, I was packaging up what I had made for her. And I had warned Marilyn it was going to be late. And that's just because, guys, I'm behind. And I also tend to do, you know how I explained to y'all, so if I'm doing packaging, I do it all at once. If I'm doing embellishments, I do like the building, the cutting, the laying, and then the decorating all at once. So this is kind of an epic packaging weekend. It's for Marilyn, for Heather, for Miss Judy. I did some of the packaging before I left Florida, but I didn't have a chance to finish it. I'm also packaging up my big swaps with Carmen and Jelly Bean, and those are going to be 2 big boxes each. So I started on finishing all that up today, and I'm excited to say that Marilyn's is done. But it was pretty funny because it was right as she was doing her draw, but she knew that I really just wanted to support it and send her a bunch of items that I know that she was hoping to get, and also some things that I'm not sure she was hoping to get, but hopefully she really likes. I'm gonna start with this policy envelope because I feel like this sort of sets the tone for the whole challenge. So I made Marilyn's really differently. If you recall the rest, they were done with my handmade paper, and then I layered up torn bits of interesting paper, vintage paper that I distressed, and I used photo booth. Okay, so for this one, I knew I wanted to do something really different because Marilyn's a card maker, and it's her anniversary, and I just, like Heather, I'm like, I am not making Marilyn a card because Marilyn is an expert card maker. So I was like, yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. So instead, I made her a policy envelope to celebrate her anniversary. So I did this overlay of a book page on top. Underneath is my painting with all my custom stamping and my paper that I made myself, and I layered that over the policy envelope. And then I put this amazing, this is from that love letter pad that I love so much that I have never found again. That's a cut apart from that. I just cut it out and I distress stained it and I shaded it in certain spots so that it gave it some depth. And then you can see here, instead of doing the other dangles that I did, I built this like little crystal iridescent heart dangle that hangs from here. But Marilyn, I couldn't find my brads, and I went to buy another box of them when I went to Michael's yesterday. And I'll tell you folks, there was the payback. I got home, it's the only thing I bought besides those 3 bins, and guess what? I think they fell out on the way home because there was a hole in the bag. So I apologize. It's just dangling from the hole right now, Marilyn, but it should have a brad. So that's the little iridescent hearts dangling. And then here I put down a piece of pink delicate lace. On top of that, I built a 3-layered heart, and those are out of Prima paper, and then some glitter paper for the background, and then more Prima paper that I distressed the edges of. So it's actually like chipboard thick. And then I put one of these really pretty crystal hearts in the middle that are from the Paper Studio. And they look something like this when you buy them from the Paper Studio. So that's what's on here. Down here, I used the Tim Holtz Folks, and it's a couple. And down below, it's a piece of chipboard that says a special kind of love. So instead of a anniversary card, Marilyn, I built you an anniversary policy envelope. All right, so that's Marilyn's policy envelope to celebrate her anniversary. From there, we can go on to her mem decks. And this mem decks I made out of Prima paper. That's the back and that's the front. On the front, I die cut out a swan using one of my favorite swan dies from Alina Craft. And then I did that on Love Story Prima paper. And I glistened up the feathers. I put a cute little bow and a little pearl for a necklace. And then I stickled up the crown. So when you see this in real life, it's actually, oh, you can see it a little bit now in the lighting. It's very sparkly and dimensional. And then I attached this beautiful heart trim across the bottom. I did another trim of pearl on top of that. And behind my information card, I did a little heart, and it just says thankful with little flowers. And I don't know if you can tell. Yes, you can. Look, Jelly Bean, the lighting is getting better. I did glistening of holographic glistening all the way around the heart. So very detailed. For my information card, I built one of the heart gatefold cards, and I did a two-tone where there's gold foiling and pink, and I built that into a two-sided info card that I tucked in. So that goes in there like that, and it actually looks really cute together. The back, I outlined the entire frame in pearl trim, and then I attached this little piece, chipboard piece that says Grace, and it has a flower on it. So that is the Memdex. And then I built Miss Marilyn 2 butterflies out of Prima paper, but this is actually out of the Romance collection, so they look very different than the, let's say, the ones that I built for Deb or the ones that I may be sending to Miss Judy. They look very different. These have a very different tonality to them. I also glittered them differently. So there's 2-dimensional butterflies. Again, simple bag toppers right now, folks, just because I need my stash to last and last and last. And so I have to be really judicious, but still color coordinated and cute. So those are 2 butterfly embellishments. And then I built Miss Marilyn 4 of my mint green rosettes. Now, Marilyn's favorite colors are mint green and pink. So you can see I've used a lot of mint green and pink. And in the center, I actually did a glistening of that thin glistening and dotted cardstock so that they're ready to actually be made into embellishments. And I did, although you can't tell, I don't think, oh yes you can now, I did twinkle these all up in a holographic paste so that they're super iridescent. So I did that. Then I gave her what I call a flower sampler pack. And this is, that's that lovely mint green paper that I told you all that I loved. That Miss Dina sent me. Thank you so much again, Dina. This Mama Loves Disney. I love this paper for making flowers. And then this is, they're these pink tone ones out of the same paper pad. And they're super pretty. But Kathy's right. Look, even in this lighting, you can't really appreciate that they're, like, these have diamond glass on them, and these are just softly glittered. And you really can't appreciate that, I don't think, even on the camera, unfortunately. But hopefully Marilyn will like them. So those are the floral, handmade floral sampler packs. And then I made her 3 of Jelly Bean's hair tie flowers. One in pink, one in the sort of minty bluish green, and one in the white. And I thought those would be fun for her, so she could use those for bag toppers. Thank you, Jelly Bean, for teaching us how to make these. Super cute. So that's that set of flowers. And then last but not least, Miss Marilyn had asked for a loaded envelope. That was something she really wanted. So I'm just going to tuck this down so you can see really what this looks like when it's closed. And then I'll talk to you a little bit about this, because this is my first ever loaded envelope, folks, and I'm not kidding. I don't make them, and this one's a little wonky, and despite my prototype, it kind of shows that I don't make these. So this is the back, actually, and when it's not stuffed the way it is now with everything, that is a handmade flower. Again, you can't really see, but it's purples, and it's on all the colors that are in this pad here, and really dimensional and sparkly. I lined the interior with a complementary color from inside. And then the back just says, for Marilyn in celebration of her anniversary and success, Alicia, and the date. Down below, I have this amazing trim that was gifted to me during my birthday with the little dangles. And I just used some little gemmies and one big pearl. And clearly I like blinged it all up here and here. And then the front looks like this, folks. And it's this amazing iridescent peacock paper that Dina, this Mama Loves Disney, sent me. Thanks again, Dina. And I made a glittered up rosette with another one of these. Those are one of those Jen Hadfield pink and mint green flowers. Looks super cute in person. And a pink bow. And this says, believe in your heart. You're meant to live a life of purpose and miracles and magic. So, okay, my envelope's a little wonky, folks. Take a look at it. It's a little wonky. I freehanded it. I told you, I have problems. I have only the mini punch board, and I just don't love it. That's why I don't make loaded envelopes. So I freestyled it. It came out okay. It's not perfect. There's a few glitches. Could have been better, but I got the job done, and it sure holds a lot. So let me show you what's in here. In here, in this cute little package with the really cute homemade flower that is being glittered and vintage distressed on top of the crepe paper rosette, is one of the special Minté cut-aparts that I tucked into the rack package for Miss Deb. This is another one, and I'm not going to reveal what it is because I want Marilyn to be surprised. But I know she likes to make pocket letters recently, and she certainly loves to make cards. So I know she's going to love this. In here is so this I got specifically for Marilyn because she had made a comment over several videos ago that she really wanted a mason jar die. Sorry folks, my husband's still getting over his flu, and it's just, he's got a bad cough. Both of our sicknesses manifested differently. All right, so what I loved about this one is that not only is it a really cute miniature, but it's two different styles of mason jar. It even comes with a little bow cut apart to go on the mason jar. And then it also has all these pieces. So you can either make it for Christmas, you can make it for Halloween because it has candies, and it has different jar lids. So I thought this would be super handy. And when you're not doing it for Halloween or Christmas, you could just fill this with flowers, with lemons. It's just a super cute die. So when Marilyn said she really wanted to get a mason jar a mason jar die, I was like, oh, I'll get her that one. All right, so and then in here is also these really pretty shabby flowers with these pearl centers, and I just made a simple little bag topper with a bow and a little gemmy, and it just says live well, laugh often, love much. So that's in there. I'm telling you, this loaded envelope holds a ton. All right, and then Marilyn already knows that I got her this, so I'm not ruining a surprise. The trifold cards that I've been making for the little rack packs, and the one I used inside is my information card. I had ordered for Marilyn at the same time. She actually contacted me to find out where I got several dies from that order. She wanted them, including, and I was like, don't order this one, because I had already gotten it for her challenge. I pre-plan these things in advance, so when I'm doing my own orders, I already know what I'm getting people for the challenges. And I picked her up this also. These are 3 different edge dies, and I thought these would be great for both bag toppers, and I thought they'd be great for all your card making, Marilyn. So it's 3 different heart style bag border dies. Sorry folks, my brain, when I'm not well, it just doesn't work that well. Anyway, I thought these would be great for card making, for bag toppers, and if you start making more books, it'd be great for books. And then back here, I love this little one. I die cut out a swan for this. I glittered it all up, and it just says, it's a love thing. And this is that amazing Hobby Lobby ephemera pack that's for all seasons. So it's got 4th of July, Easter, Valentine's Day, I Love You a Latte, and St. Patty's Day, all in one pack. So I just think this is like a really great versatile pack of ephemera to give somebody. So I put that in there. They're really stickers, but I make them into ephemera, and I'm assuming you're going to do the same thing. And last but not least is the little teeny book I made for you, courtesy of a tutorial by Septeria 18. And it's super cute, vintage and shabby inspired. Yeah, and that, folks, is my very late but lots of love entry for Miss Marilyn's challenge, and really is just a happy mail that I'm sending her way to support her. So I hope you like everything, Marilyn. Guys, if you have any comments, any feedback, or any questions, please leave them below. I've been catching up on comments, and I'm going to do more of that now once I clean up my little crafty mess. And I will see you all tomorrow, probably a little later in the day because I might sleep in, because I'm going to tidy up this and then do a bit more packaging. All right, y'all. Happy Saturday night to you. Happy Saturday night. Bye for now.